The Trump criminal enterprise, the gangsters, are preparing to make it easier for American death makers, that would be the gun makers, to sell small arms, including assault rifles and ammunition, to more foreign buyers. That's according to senior U.S. officials. According to Reuters, aides to the orange asshole are completing a plan to shift oversight of international non-military firearms sales from the State Department to the Commerce Department. That makes sense. The State Department, of course, is primarily concerned with international treaties, stability, and that sort of thing globally. And the State Department, because of that, usually maintains very tight restrictions on weapons deals. The Commerce Department, on the other hand, that's run by another one of Trump's billionaire slum buddies. The Commerce Department focuses more on making it easier for American manufacturers to sell stuff around the world. In this case, the stuff will be guns. And according to Reuters, officials from multiple agencies who all speak on conditions of anonymity because, well, you know why, they say the new rules will cut government red tape and regulatory costs, boosting U.S. exports of small arms, and creating jobs here at home, jobs based on death and destruction. You don't buy guns to hunt squirrels, not these kinds of guns. You buy guns to kill people. I just wonder, I can't help but wonder about the people who work in the factories that produce these weapons. I'm not talking about military weapons. I'm talking about the kinds of weapons that are non-military. But I wonder if the workers in there, the Americans, the men and women who work in these production facilities, these factories, do they understand what they're making? That every time they participate in making a gun, they are stamping on that gun, psychically speaking, go kill somebody, go kill somebody, go kill somebody, over and over and over again. Or go kill a bunch of people. And if they're aware of that, does that bother them? How do they justify these workers who produce guns that are not for military use, they're not for defense, they're especially ones that are going to be exported? How do they justify, maybe they don't, how do they justify doing that? Or have these people who worked in the gun factories just totally remove themselves, divorce themselves from any sense of responsibility for the product that they're making? Guns, when they are used exactly as they are designed, are used only to kill people or animals. You don't kill a chair. You don't kill a tree with a gun. One senior official said, again, remaining anonymous, quote, "There would be more leeway to do arms sales. You could really turn the spigot on if you do it the right way. You could really turn the spigot on. You could really flood the planet with more instruments of death and pain and suffering." What a fucked up country. As you know, Trump supported the gun lobby. He went before the NRA and gave them all a hand job. And he claims this is part of his Buy American agenda, I guess. But critics There's always critics, right? There's always some son of a bitch who's going to leap up out of the crowd and talk about the destructive nature of what the United States is doing in a given situation like this one. Those critics, which this time include some lawmakers and some arms control advocates, they've expressed concern that any easing of U.S. export rules where it concerns weapons of death. These are weapons that are often used in mass shootings in this country. The easing of the rules will make it easier for criminal gangs. You know, this rat bastard Trump is always talking about the criminal gangs in Central America that come up here and do bad shit. So he wants to arm them. Trump and his buddies in the gun industry are arming gangsters who then come to this country and other countries and commit murders, as well as doing it in their own country. Trump is a gangster. Trump is a killer. If there is any justification, if there's any way to draw a line between a dead body, let's say it's a young mother with 3 children who'd just been shot dead by a fucked up husband. Trace that gun that killed that young mother, keep tracing it back, until it finally rests with some of Trump's friends in the gun industry. And because of Trump's rhetoric and because of what Trump has been advocating, that mother of 3 is dead. Is he responsible, Trump? Now, given our national sense of, I'm not responsible for anything, then no, Trump's not responsible for that dead mother. But if you work the math and if you work the logic, yeah, it is logic, Trump is as responsible for that mother being shot in the head by a fucked up husband. He's just as responsible for that as if he pulled the trigger. I believe stuff like that.